As Battlefielders, we hear the cry Sanitater hilf mir every single time we play and wish to get revived, despite knowing that a revive will never really come. It has also become the meme of Battlefield 5 to yell Sanitater, especially on social media. Coincidentally, that is also the name of one of the special outfits players were able to choose from with their special tokens from the Deluxe Edition or by completing the Road to Battlefield 5 challenges in Battlefield 1. Hey everyone, what's going on? Christopher, the video game historian, here again with my second Under the Skins video for Battlefield 5. As I'm sure you've guessed, this video will be on the Sanitater outfit available for the Axis forces in the game and can also be worn by any class, not just the medics. Being a traditionalist, however, I did keep my German medic in this specific outfit, which I actually think is one of my favorites so far in the game. Now this video is not going to be all that long, since the term Sanitater is just German for medic or paramedic, and that's basically it. Now I could stop the video here, but why would I do that? I am the video game historian after all, and my videos are about history, and this one is no exception. Now during the war, German medics as well as Allied medics wore a bright red cross on their persons to identify themselves to friendlies and enemy combatants that they were medical personnel, and this was in accordance to the Geneva Convention of 1929, which stated, "Mobile sanitary formations, i.e. those which are intended to accompany armies in the field or the fixed establishments belonging to the sanitary service, shall be protected and respected by the belligerents." They were to wear the Red Cross emblem in a fashion that was easily identifiable to both the Allies and enemies. There was no regulations as to where the emblem could be displayed or how, just as long as they were visible. Throughout the war, the German army would actually have more medical personnel than any of the other Wehrmacht branches. As such, the army was given permission to spray paint their standard M1935, 1940, and 1942 helmets white with the Red Cross emblems on it. These helmets would typically be hand or spray painted depending on what was available to the soldiers at the time, with the Red Cross emblem painted on the same way. Since there was no regulations on how the Red Cross should be painted on, different medics painted them on different ways, including the way DICE have depicted them on the Stahlhelm in the game. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wouldn't a giant red cross on a helmet make you stand out and become a target, and thus be shot at? And you'd be right. In fact, the USSR never actually signed the Geneva Convention Treaty, and thus was openly violating it by shooting and targeting German medics. After all, they were still seen as soldiers who carried weapons and received the same training in combat and weaponry as the other Wehrmacht soldiers. Being that they received combat training, the German military would issue many Sanitators weapons including the P38 pistol, MP40, Kar98K, and even a machine gun to defend themselves and their patients, and was not in violation of the convention under Chapter 2, Article 8. For those of you who are curious what the specific article states, all it simply says is that a sanitary formation or establishment shall not be deprived of the protection of Article 6 by the fact that 1. That the personnel of the formation or establishment is armed and uses its arms in self-defense or in defense of its wounded and sick, or 2. That in the absence of armed hospital attendants, the formation is guarded by an armed detachment or by sentinels. Now, due to the fact that on the Eastern Front the Russians were openly shooting the German medics and saw them as enemy combatants, as I mentioned earlier, many medics toned down showing off the Red Cross emblem and simply wore it on an armband as opposed to having it on a vest, making a big red target on their torso, or having it painted on their helmets for similar reasons. As for whether or not they wore a long blue jacket like DICE is portraying is hard to say, as I didn't really find many photos of German medics wearing anything but their grey standard issue fatigues, and the ones I did find were all in black and white, so it was very hard to tell. Anyway, that's all I have on the Sanitater outfit for the Axis in Battlefield 5. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what your favorite outfit so far is in the game down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media with Facebook and Twitter, And until next time, I'll see you all on the battlefield.